So welcome back to the Surprise Trade Only Living Decks. We managed to hit 40 in the first rounds, where we've done a grand total of 45 trades and already got 40 different Pokemon. And we have a sort of team because they were dupes. And they're literally just going to be here so we can get the 30 and they go straight into the box. So without further ado, let's go and catch these Pokemon. And we are still restricted to Lechonks and Hoppips because nobody seems to have sent me a random Tarantula yet. So I'm sort of okay, it's fine, I can deal with these sort of things. We've got so many Lechonks, I would like to get one more just to clear out the box. Because technically we have not yet got a traded Lechonk for the living decks. Which is a bit disappointing because they're one of the most traded Pokemon in this game, really, isn't it? Let's be honest, everybody trades Lechonks. Eventually I'll probably use the Zora as the catching one. I don't think it can get hit by anything, especially the normal types. But we'll see. I'm hoping some more items start respawning as well, otherwise we're going to have to go for a little wander. As I've already mentioned, I thought I had more money than I actually do. But one big positive is that we have a token now in the bank, so if I want to, I can evolve something that gets traded to me. But my starter will probably get traded once I have something strong enough, but I have to keep it just in case. We have to do some more storyline, especially I just can't be bothered to deal with obedience. And there is a chance I could just trade the team that I've got at the moment outside of. So we've already mentioned that once we get the tokens we can actually look to evolve. The ones that I may have got free singles of, like for example I've had 2 Charmanders, 2 Zoras, 2 Dreepies. But they are going to be a lot harder to do because levels. So we don't plan on doing any early game. It's probably going to be something that pops up a bit later in the runs. And if I did get some more of the Pokemon that are around the first area, it would be a lot more helpful. But currently I've only had about 5, and that's these. I've had Hoppip, the Wooper, and I've just had Nigglybuff on the last run, and a Fido. So we've got a few different ones, but if I could get the Tarantula and Scatterbug and stuff like that, we could just be catching everything. Which would be a little bit nicer, but I can't complain too much. They just don't show up that much further outside of the first area. Which is what's making it go a little bit... Well, there's not really a race for this because, let's be honest, it is just catch things and trade. But as I mentioned, I don't want to fill up the Pokedex with things that I don't already have. Hence why I still don't actually have the Lechonk in the Pokedex officially. My Legends Arceus thing is still doing that to me. I keep trying to do the run and dive, and it doesn't do the same thing here. It just does like a skid to sneak, and it's annoying me a lot. Let's see, more Lechonks over there hopefully. See, I keep pressing the same button. And there's another one. Num 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 num. Lechonk got. I say one other little positive thing is when you have a team, you are literally just filling up the box. When you don't have the team, you have to keep moving stuff, and it takes up a bit more time than you want it to. I have to also be careful of the fact that everything we've got is being traded in. Then I could just go and catch a team. That as an option, but again, I'm limited resources at the moment. I can't really be wasting money or Pokeballs on anything that comes up. I just need to get on with what we've got. We just need to keep going and going. That's why I'm using some of the dupes for now. And they'll also be ready for the official evolution if I choose. So that will be quite helpful. So that's good. Is there anything up here? I know there's sometimes the chunks, but there was before, but they'd have gone into hiding today. I can't get the scatterbugs as we mentioned, or Fletcher in the... So... we found some water chunks. I'm hoping that the rewards for completing parts of the Pokedex may help monetary wise. But otherwise we just have to hope that more things spawn in eventually. I think like the ground items do respawn eventually. But if they don't, then I have mentioned that if I do run out of money for this, I do have to go and do the school bit. Which is a little bit annoying, but it's only 2 more battles. Maybe 3. Look how many of the chunks are here. Wow. But it's a lot of just talking bits that you want to skip. As I say, I finished this game off 3 times now. Twice for my Forever Lock challenge. And once is just sort of my real game, I want to say. I don't want to put it the wrong way, but one way I actually have to catch everything and do everything. Forever Lock is basically a Nuzlocke anyway, so I'm not going out my way to catch everything. I'm just getting on with what I'm doing. instead of just what you do generally in Pokemon games. We may have a little explore to the right of the opening area to see whether there is a way around. And if there is, then we'll go and have a little nose for items. I haven't touched that side of it yet because there's nothing down there I can really catch at. I needed a few more traded in stuff before we can consider that area. Let's just check, because this has gone pretty fast today. Wow, we're 13 more. Because I can just catch, I don't need to actually hurt anymore. But that's just what we're doing, right? Gotta catch them all. I think I'm just going to catch all of those chunks. And we'll move on from there. Knowing my luck, I will catch a shiny one. Or see something shiny, but I'll miss it. As we've said in previous bits and bobs, I have to not do shiny hunting because I'm colourblind. Which is a bit disappointing because there are some that I really like. Like there are a few that you can do, I know. Like I actually really like the shiny for the tarantula. The red wool ball or cotton, yeah, wool, cotton, whichever it is. I think that looks really nice. So that's something I would like to get eventually. But otherwise I'm not really the most ambitious shiny hunter out there. Just play the game, complete the tasks, and catch them all. One day I might even be good at battling, but I'm not. Now this is probably a bit of a trial for me to see if I feel comfortable doing sort of extended like streams, so I could do my own bits of my Forever Lock online. I've been struggling with anything that's not a Switch for pace of the game, and you can catch so much more on a Switch game than you can the others. At the moment I'm doing an Ultra Moon run, and I went on it yesterday and literally did one route and switched it off again. I've only ever played those games as the Forever Lock, so I don't really know the casual way of playing them, and with the announcement that the DS servers are going down, you kind of want to get them all. And my little tiny bit of research discovered that I think there was only one Pokemon that isn't officially going to be on a Switch game if the rumoured remakes are happening, and that would be Furfrou. When it comes to the Alola region, nearly everything is available, but you might not be able to catch all the Alola forms. But you can also get given all of them on Sword and Shield for the Diglett hunt, and Rowlet in Legends Arceus. For X and Y, the starters are rumoured to be joining, and they're pretty much the only one from X and Y that aren't in a Switch game yet. Black and White's one of the others that has a bit of a hiccup, but if that is the rumoured remakes, you would expect like the whole lot to be available, because currently there is actually only the Elemental Monkeys and the Patrat and Watchhog are the only other ones outside of Mythical that are not on Switch games. So we could just switch to all the Switch games. We've got Sword Shield, Scarlet Violet, Legends Arceus, Shiny Pearl. We have got a Let's Go if we want to play it, but I don't really like it. I tried one run on Let's Go and it was a disaster. I just kept... I died after... I think I died going to the extra areas. I think I got Erica beat. But after that it just went a bit pear-shaped. But we got some of the Gen 1 ones caught, which was good. Where are the ones I can catch here? I know there was some Igglybuffs because they kept running around in front of me. Or some Whoopers. It's not an Igglybuff, is it? That's an Igglybuff. So we can catch this. This might be a bit harder to catch actually. So this is a good test. But we never know. Okay, yeah, thought so. Might actually have to fight something. Maybe I should just go back to the other area. Got 2 scratches, will be fine. When we do the trades, I might do the wander down the little water area, see if there's any fun items down there. I did a little bit of wandering while doing the trades yesterday. So, you're a pain to catch, but we'll give it another go. Did I get Premier Balls? I thought I got... I thought it was Quick Balls for a minute. We should be able to survive a bite. Okay, maybe not. Igglybuff was not the thing to try and catch. I've learnt that now. We'll get rid of one of these moves just so I've got something to attack with. The main reason we had the Sprigatito is because of the moan about it if I do have to do it. We have something that resists the electric. Now there's no point picking Quaxley. Because, well, it could beat her starter, but it will struggle against that Terrapulma, which I don't want to face, basically. And the Crocodile would have been okay, but I used it last time on my... That's pretty much it. It was on my Forever Look run, and it was a big part of it. Sprigatito was in the first of the Forever Look on here, and died. So I never really got to use it that much as I started my real game with the Quaxley, so Just felt like let's just mix it up a little bit. I would like to probably start the real game my next level up with. I could anything really. It's always difficult to choose the starter because you really need to protect the starters. They are the most important part of the whole run, really, because you lose something you can recatch. It's not the end of the world, but you lose your starter, you have to play the game again. So that's the way to look at it. 2 more and then we can do the trade. See what we get today. Doing this at a different time just to see if there is a different range of options. But the other thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do the moving stuff. I'll just move on to the next box. That seems like a bit of a smarter choice from me. Because let's be honest, moving the Pokemon in and out of boxes is not the most entertaining piece of... Because I also have to be like staring at spreadsheets to make this work, which is not ideal, shall we say. Is that a last one? Or shall we just be lazy? No, we've got one more to catch. Where is something else we can catch? They all seem to run away. There we are. The last little Igglybuff. Then we'll go in here and then we can start these trades. And hopefully we can do something very special today. Typically, it had to send me to sleep. It doesn't matter, I'm in catching stage. And there we are. There's my 30 to do my next round of trades with. The most important thing though is to go and heal. Because the last thing I want to do is go somewhere where I get hurt or die. One positive thing I've got is for a little bit more cash I've got a couple of rare candies, which is good money for. And I'm sure we'll find some more along the way. And every time I go here they seem to tell me something new. Which again I didn't realise. Yeah, we're up to the trading stage, aren't we? So let's see what today's goodies have for me. As we said, we'll go for a little plot up here this time. See what we can get. We stick to one side. We're more likely going to find something a little bit more interesting. And then next time we can go back down the other side. So, Lechonk number 1 is being traded for... Drum roll please. A Dunsparce, which is new. That's always good to see, something new to add to the collection. I feel like today we're going to get to 2 tokens. But we'll see how it goes. We can't always be overly ambitious, but we just want to we just want to see and hope for the best, really. Hopefully there's lots and lots of items for me to collect. Another TM, which they're not really worth that much. I was pretty surprised. Let's see. Who does Lechonk 2 go for? Lechonk 2 gives me it's a Zangoose. That's the one. I really should remember more of the names, but it's one of those ones I've used on the online battling, but never in-game battles. But let's just see what else is going to come up. Lechonk number 3 is going to give me, you know, an annoying battle from this little buggy thing that I did not see. Just leave that one. Go away, bug. Let's see. Next up is Lechonk 3 is giving me a new one, hopefully. Was it dupe time? It is another new one. It's a Venomoth. It's always good to get the Evos of Pokemon, so that takes the worries about tokens off the table. So I can't help but say that's fun. I feel like I got most of the idea of this is because I really enjoyed Wonder Trade Lock. I did it on Sword and Shield. The idea that you just don't know what you're going to be using between each battle. Yes, there's a few problems with it because you get over leveled stuff, but then you can just keep trading till you get something new. That is actually a dupe in a Happiny. So we may just send that one straight off, because I feel like we'll probably get Chansey or Blissey eventually. So I'm not going to worry too much. Again, it doesn't really matter with the dupes as such early game. We know we're going to get them, but when we're up to like the 7, 8 or the 500 or 600, we're going to have to keep the dupes just for the tokens, but until then we'll do what we can. Another Eevee, so that's going to sort of class as a dupes, but can just be put in there as one of the eventual Eevees to use if we do want to evolve. We've got Eevee and Glaceon at the moment, so we're just going to keep on going with that as an option. It's not going to be a bad thing, not going to be a great thing, it's just going to be part of the team. So that's fine with me. I don't really feel bad about getting extra Eevees. There's another new one. And Sander, Crocker Rock, I think. I've forgotten what those 3 are called. I love the 3rd one. But I can never remember their names. It's a gen I didn't really play too much in Gen 5. So I have to just take it with a pinch of salt, really. So carry on item hunting. Another Swift. So basically this area is to give you all the Swifts and Endures that you need. the next Lechonk gives me... Dun, dun. It gives me a... Volton Velusia. So that's another new one. Next up is another Lechonk. Again, we've mentioned this. We would like some of the early root Pokemon. Just to give us some more things to catch. Because we're still only... We saw that Igglybuff was a bit of a pain. But we'll see. We can hope. Another new one. So it feels like the first 100, 150 are going to be relatively easy for this challenge. And then we get to a bit more difficult, but then I haven't had a Paradoxmon yet, which I thought I might have. But you quite often get a lot of the ones that come through on the DLC ones. I guess part of it will be hoping we get all of the DLC ones before the new bit comes out, and we can carry on when the new DLC comes out. Because I feel like if the starters are all in, then there's going to be so many starters being traded. Because people want perfect IVs or shinies and stuff, so we'll have a lot of them to play with. I know some of these are insanely high level for me, but especially as we haven't even started the game really. As we said, the whole point of this was to see how far we could get before we start the game. Like we've seen like Professor Oak challenges, etc. And this looks to the next level of that really, where Professor Oak challenge is relatively easy on this game. And we've seen like people who have completed it before even getting one gym badge. I have a Ditto, so I don't need this. There's no point storing a level 75 Ditto to use. So that can go back into the box. Ah, silly bird. Don't need to catch birds at the moment, we need to trade for them. I need Legenda, please. Let's see. Aside, there's something else on the first route that's helpful. So I'm happy with that. We'll see what's next then. Off you go, Lechonk chonks. That was a quick one this time. Surprisingly quick, actually. let's see what we get from this then. It is a Hobbit, which I don't need. It's probably mine that I've already traded to someone. No, it's an Ultra Ball, it's not. Is this one where we're going to check the level of it? If it's like a really high level, okay, I don't need to worry. We could have kept it as a ready to evolve one eventually, but it's not worth it. There is a lot more chunks around here than I remember, and Hoppits. So that's maybe an option to have a little hunt around here, but I think they're higher levels, so they'll be a bit harder to catch. Let's see, the next one is... Why would you catch a Hoppit in an Ultra Ball? Another Hoppit! This is where we get to the droopy stage. I knew it would come eventually and it hit home. Again, double check the level. Level 2, yeah, we'll get rid of that one. This one will be ready straight away because I've taken too long, I think. You're just a gimme ghoul, let's just catch you and get this. Now, where did you come from, you little mousy thing? I wasn't expecting you to pop up out of nowhere on me. Yeah, that's another new one. That's good. We broke the Hoppit streak. So up next is... Oh, we haven't traded many because we'll just keep trading the same space, haven't we? Feels like I've done a lot more today, but I haven't. Flamingo. That's the way you get it to get the pretty much guaranteed sweeper, isn't it? Let's see what this Lechonk gives me. Feels like someone who's hunting. That Giganacle, that's actually something I really like. One of the best new ones in the game. What level was that one? Level 60, so that's probably a potential raid. Can't quite remember the levels. Oh, and we've got some more rewards in the Pokedex area. Always nice to see. It could be something to help with some evolution. So that makes me feel like I'm not sure what we're actually at now because we haven't had as many new ones as I would like. And so a Feebas, that's nice to get a rare one because we don't get the Pokedex updates for everything because it's not new. I'm just looking at that. Yeah, so we're over 50 now, we've got 11 new ones. I'm not counting the Eevee solely because it's to be evolved, and anything that's in that bracket Doesn't quite count yet. What? Actually, it's only an XL. But that was a good amount of candy. Let's see what's next. Lechonk for Dandermouse. Or is it Mousehold? I can never put way around now. That's Dandermouse, yeah. I was right for once. Bye bye, Hop Hop. Keep on rolling, see what more items I can find. Again, I'm still not overly impressed with the weak number of items I am finding. I was expecting more of the gold stuff. And a Ponyo, which is not a bad one either. At least that one will be relatively easy to find in the Pokedex. Now, I have noticed that in my planned work I missed something and I'm not sure where to put it in the list. Because technically it's just a variant of something which is I want to catch, but it's in one of the very first few boxes, which means that I would have to move every single box along, or which is not ideal for this challenge. The amount of Charmanders I've had, I'm comfortable trading another one away. It's not really too much of a problem. I even got a spare one on my team because I had too many. Ooh, a Flittle, that's a good one. I used this on my first proper run. So Spafford's actually pretty nice one to use. If it has the right ability, it surprises everybody more. Because it's quite weak, but when it gets the boosts, it's really good to have on your team. Oh, look, the ruins. I can't get in said ruins, but it make a noise. This is the snail one, I think. I've only done the ruins bit twice and I can't remember anything about them. They're already good to use Pokemon, it's just they're really forgettable Pokemon. The Zora, that's definitely going to get traded then. Because that's officially the fourth one. I've already got third one even, but I've got one in the team that's being leveled up. For the potential Evomon. Antidotes, don't need antidotes. I need proper stuff. So this one is Going to a new home to give me something fresh, I hope. It is... that is new. Glimmer. Believe something I haven't really used, but... I'm quite happy to see what happens with it. So... we're just over halfway for today. This is not too bad, really. Well, there's a sparkly thing. It's a berry. I think I have higher expectations in the sparkly things because when you play the more open game, you get so much junk. You can walk through like the desert area and just end up with about 20 fire stones. Roki, that's good. I like another starter. Any starters we get are bonuses, and that's a naughty one. But I can't help that. What people send me is what they send me. As we've also mentioned that none of this is going into home, so it doesn't really matter. Just to see. Oh, another rare candy. That's going to be good. Oh, Psybeam. At this early you can get Psybeam. I did not know that. I didn't really explore down here after the first time I came down here and got destroyed by the trainer. He literally wiped my team on my first run, or I used up all of my potions and revives that I just found. So yeah, we don't need to worry about coming down here normally, but now we can. Let's go this way just to avoid some of these. Let's see. The chunk is going to become a magical, mythical Rowlet. Nice. So I'm even getting the starters like naturally, which is great to see. They're all put in on my database because I did the raid mons basically. I was just hoping for the best, that we would get people trying, like people go out there to try and hatch them all for shinies, and then they throw them into the surprise trades when they're done. And that's what we were hoping to get. That's another first Rootmon, which is good. I think we may even be close to the next achievement in the Pokedex. But because you get a lot of the DLC, they don't count. So we'll see what we get next. Ah, there's a scary little chunk right in front of me. We're going to get you in first, then a dire hit, hey? And off goes the chunk again. Oh, Mouse, repeat. We will probably throw that one straight back into the mix. But the level's kind of nice. No, we'll get rid of it. we'll get a mouse hold for trading pretty easy, I feel. So let's not worry too much. Can I not get up here yet? Probably with a little bit more walking we can. Let's see, well, I've lost count now. That's good, that's a new Flash route one, I think. I think they're down. So we've got a couple of more of the water ones, which is nice. And what I wanted. So that's good. Next. It's Hoppit time. We're nearly at the Eagly buff pile. There we are complete. Scatterbug would be something I would really like to get now, just because they're annoying me. They're too small and I keep running into them. That's another new one, that's good. I think we could just about make it. No, we won't make it to 2. No, we won't. We can't. My maths is off. The most we can get to off this run is 70. And we're not going to get there because I've kept an Eevee as backup for Evos. Because it will be one of the more frustrating ones to try and get. Hello! Welcome to the crazy surprise trade only living decks. And I can't get to most of the items that I want to get to. I am good, thank you. How are you? Somehow I've managed to miss this one, come on. But let's see. The chomp going, thank you for the follow. A Sandaconda. I'm sure I'm going to pronounce most of these wrong, but we'll get there eventually. We're not perfect at pronouncing all of the Pokemon, let's be honest. Yeah, we've only got 7 more to go, so we should have a look at what we get for our Pokedex bonuses, but we'll wait till they're all done. Well, this one looks like it's going to be a questionable Pokemon. It is an Infernape. Is it one of these special shiny ones that I probably shouldn't have? But it's going to count towards the dex. Does it say? A level 100. Good job we're not going to connect any of these to home. Let's be honest, it's all about just seeing how many we can get before we get too deep into the game. I just want to see if we can get like a full living dex of everything you can get. As quick as possible with only surprise trading. I know hunting things down. Because I could do that, but everyone's kind of doing that. And I can't shiny hunt. So I thought I'd do it this way, just to get a bit more confident, just the basics of streaming before doing one of my more serious runs. I have been playing Pokemon games since Red and Blue. With a long break in the middle when didn't really play it too much between Diamond and Sun and Moon, or at all really. Sword and Shield brought me back because of real world situations of boredom during certain pandemics that nobody likes to talk about anymore. And then after a few years I've had my own idea for a really crazy challenge, which I couldn't do. But I joined the Lind 77's Forever Lock, so I started in. I did the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, but never did a normal DS. I do currently have a 3DS that I bought last year or the year before for my alternative challenge. But I found like the Switch games are quite relaxing. Like they're easier, but then just seeing it in a full 3D is a lot more entertaining than what it used to be. When you do like the Red and Blue games, you know what it's like. You get the glitches. If I was to go back to them, I would go back to emulators. I have got them. I've used them for like Radical Red and stuff. There'll probably be a 3DS one soon, especially now that they're all going like completely offline next year. But we'll wait and see. Like the technology's there. Radical Red was a test. I never got past 5 gems. I didn't. When I did my last run, didn't have the Paldeamons on it. It just, the last run I did had just been given. I want to say it had the Hisui and Legends Arceus ones, but I can't be 100% sure. I think it got so frustrating, and it's a lot of just studying what you can do. But that was playing it as a full-blown Nuzlocke. Rather than just trying to relax, not panic about everything that could go wrong. I've seen the streamers playing it as well, and they spend so much time with the calcs. It feels too stressful to really get into the deeper version of the game. I've heard of, there's that Emerald one. The Emerald Kaizo one everyone likes, and I think there's like one for Black and White as well, like Blaze or something like that, but I haven't touched either of them. Again, Kaizo one's quite fun, I think, from what I understand. I think there's one called Blaze Black. I think that's like a harder version of Black and White. I can't be 100% sure. Let's see what my gifts are in this. Oh, some Ultra Balls, that's good. I'm not fully knowledgeable of any of the ROMs that you can get. As I mentioned, where I do the Forever Lock, I'm trying to play the vanilla games with the ambitious side of the game. It's hard enough trying to beat most games with like just 2 or 3 Pokemon. And carrying one of the weak ones with you. Is there any fun items down here? That's the question. And the answer is no, because I don't have Miraidon. For my favourite, I'll probably change nearly every day. I don't really have one that I always go for. But I've always been a fan of Electabuzz from the very originals. I like the Sparky ones, but then just looking at some of the random ones, I was trying to pick my favourites for each generation, and I've gained new favourites over the years, like even just for the challenges I've been doing. Like, I really like the Galarian Zigzagoon over the normal Zigzagoon. But that's just me being weird with what I also like a lot of the flying types. That basically is from like the year I just stopped really knowing enough about what their Pokemon were. Well, we say we head home for now. I've always liked, I really like the Rookidee line, even though they're pretty new. I always preferred Spearow over Pidgey. And it's mainly because you get them on the first routes, isn't it? You just get attached to them quite easily, and you always need a flying one on the older games. It makes it so much easier just to cheer along for the flying types. Chatot's one I really want to try and use. It's going to be one that's going to be like on my very short list for the Forever Lock bit. I think the one I've got is a bit too high a level to use. From the start of the game, so I have to be careful. I was using an electric or a Choreo in my Ultra run, which was a lot of fun until it died, and it was sweeping everything, and then I ran into a problem on the fire totem. It's weird because this one doesn't. I was just thinking that Scarlet Violet doesn't really have what you would call a native bird other than like the squawkabilly. Or the Orcarios are fun, but yeah, that's why I enjoyed using it. I needed something extremely strong for the stage on Ultra Moon. My team was going to be Inkay evolving. I can't actually remember who it was going to be, but it turned into something completely different after a while. And I had to rebuild the whole team from the start, which was not very enjoyable. Where's the Eevees? We're just going to stick the Eevee there. What's the dream team for Ultra Moon? Does this have an item? Usually does when they're not the best one. So it has a Master Ball, so that's not much help. It is shiny as well. This one has an ability patch and it's shiny. At least the ability catch is worth some money, so we may take that. BT puts held item away. It's nice that we had a couple of not so friendly mons, shall we say, added to the team. What have we? So okay, so no one else had items, just those two. As I can't do anything with the Master Ball. Or should I troll someone and catch the Master Ball? Catch a Lechonk in a Master Ball. And I think they're going to get something really good. What moves do they give it? Fire Punch, Sword Dance. Apparently it came from an egg, but that's a good team. I did have a plan really be on my team, but it died in my Nuzlocke. My starter also died, which wasn't nice. But it was only ever going to be a Litten, so it's not the end of the world for me. I already got the Incineroar in the Hall of Fame on my Sun run, so now I need to sort out where these are going to go into the Pokedex, which is the fun bit, but I'll probably do that off stream really, because it's not the most entertaining thing to watch, someone boxing Pokemon. Yeah, I did. It is a bit annoying that you get these hacked ones. I think this and the Grookey was from a website purchase, but I can't do anything about it when we do it this way. I'm only ever going to get what's on the table. That's not. I know it's a bit annoying. I could trade them all away again, but I can't. This is meant to be what part of the challenge is. Yeah, I don't even think they buy them half the time. I think they're just trying to advertise their websites. If you look at some of the ones, like, why would you attach the Master Ball if you're going to trade it away? Like, it's quite clearly feels like they're just trying to advertise their website more than anything else. But it's nearly 12 o'clock here, and I'm going to stop for a little while. Thank you for coming by and having a chat and playing, or seeing what random stuff I get added to my Pokedex. I have a Discord but not a proper server at the moment. I'm in a few different ones. I'm mostly just trying to get used to the streaming first. This is like only the third run of this. I've been trying to see whether I can enjoy doing the streaming while playing. And then hopefully once this bit of the challenge is done, we'll go into some more proper gameplay as such. As I say, one day I will keep going and hopefully see some more come up where I can get a Discord going. And I might make a Discord over the next couple of days and put it in the profile. So hopefully we can get everybody to come along and enjoy it.